has been fantastic. I've said this a few times this week, but I've had interactions with about 15 people through Get Staffed Up, and every single one of them, I have been very impressed. They have been positive, and I can't speak more highly of the company. I actually met a marketing person from Get Staffed Up last summer whenever I was here at Lawyers on the Beach, and I took a leap of faith and decided to try it. My first hire was somebody who was a marketing assistant. At the time I had somebody in the United States helping me with marketing, but I thought a full-time dedicated person to help with marketing might be my first next step, and I have been thoroughly impressed. My first hire was fantastic. She onboarded, probably within a month. She was up and rolling and managing all my social media, and she is still with me to date. My second hire was a billing clerk, and I have an accountant who lives in Colombia who helps me with my financials on my firm, and he is extraordinary. He is reliable. Anytime that I want to contact either one of these people, they're ready to take the call. I haven't had any problem with communication with either one of them. And then my third hire was actually a virtual assistant. And she is a little bit more new. She's about 6 months in, and I've been here at a conference all week here in Mexico, and just while I've been here, it's sort of like magic. I am sending her tasks behind the scenes, and she is just #getting it done for me. So it has been a fantastic experience for me, and I'm already thinking about who would be my next hire that I would bring on. Do I need a second billing clerk? So on and so forth. Well, of course I had reservations. I mean, here I am. I'm a farm girl from Central Illinois, thinking about hiring people that are outside the United States. I didn't know how the language barrier was going to work. I didn't know how the time zone difference was going to work. All of my staffers have been, basically they're either on my time zone or they're an hour difference. So I haven't even felt any time zone difference at all. And I have one staffer who works, from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern time instead of Central time, but she does so with my permission, and it's not a big deal. I know exactly when she's working and when she's not working, and so that reservation quickly went out the door. I have not found that the language barrier has been an issue whatsoever. They've been very competent with English. One tip that I did, especially with onboarding, was that I would record my training sessions, so if they needed to re-listen to them. But I think that tip is useful for people that are native English speakers or not. I think my biggest piece of advice would be you have to be patient with the process. It's not gonna be like week one, they're gonna be off and running, right? Anybody, domestic or international, is gonna need some patience with some onboarding. So I think that you need to mentally commit that you're gonna try to give this person, 3-6 months of an on-ramp to make sure that they're the right fit. And I have had a fantastic experience with my happiness coordinator, or basically my accounts representative. Anytime I've had a concern, I have brought it to her attention, so I think that that communication of what you need and what's being done or not done, just really needs to be communicated.